It's been 3 years since I've been able to see and hear the creek in back of my house running. Looks like it's going to run for a few days. Doesn't mean the drought's over, but we put a big can in it. Happy New Year. Good morning. It's Monday, January the 2nd. The sun was out for a little bit, but it's getting cloudy again. We have a little break from the storms, and I guess this afternoon we're going to get them back again. The grass is green. My little creek behind the house is flowing, and it's a little cold right now. The bluebird is having a cracker while I have my coffee, and the redbird is a little ticked. His life has been disrupted by the storms, and so he was being a little bit sensitive this morning, and so I didn't bring him out. We'll work our way through it during the day. It's difficult sometimes having animals that are smarter than you are, but most of us do, I guess. We just have different ways of coping with it. At any rate, the little break between storms, and this is a heck of a storm. Flooding was really bad. The creek was roaring. The Mariposa Creek was right up to its banks, and looked like the Colorado River. I got an article I was reading about the big floods we had back in the 1870s, 1860s, and Mariposa got the name, the creek got the name as a river, and there was an article in the newspaper about should it be the Mariposa River versus the creek. All it takes is a flood or a drought to turn a river into a creek. At any rate, moving forward in 2023, it's going to be a good year for all of us. I think we've learned to adapt, to adjust to all of the crap that has been going on in our lives the last few years. COVID, drought, fires, political divisiveness. Nothing is going to change much, but I do believe we're going to learn to handle it better. Of course, I get accused of being an optimist sometimes. Not by my wife, by the way. She thinks I'm the world's greatest pessimist. At any rate, you guys be careful out there. This weather has been dangerous. Culverts are washed out. When you see flooding across the road, don't necessarily go through the water. That's a big mistake. It may be more than the road being flooded. It might be the culvert washed out. I got stories about design standards back in the 60s and 70s. A design flood, inch an hour, that kind of stuff. But with climate change, all those standards have to be upgraded. It's a big deal. I mean, calculating the flood area for a culvert based on a normal stormwater event and an abnormal stormwater event. And what was abnormal in 1960 or 1970 isn't necessarily the peak flood that we're going to get now. Climate change has changed the intensity of weather, whether it's heat, cold, rain, dry. So we have new normals, and I know that sounds cliche, but we have new normals. That means we just have to be more aware of what's going on around us. It could be more threatening. Could be. Only if we're not paying attention. Paying attention. That's a good one. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Enjoy the little break we get from the storms. And I hope you're holding up pretty good with this last flood. And that you manage to get through the next flood in good shape. Going to be signing off now. Bye-bye.